Hey guys, welcome to the Cuba Kitchen Journey. Today I am here to talk to you about one of the newest products Pampered Chef came out with. This is fall of 2021. They came out with a Flex Plus. And I'm excited to tell you a little bit about it and show you the pros and cons and show you the different parts and everything it does. And just give you a review on what it actually is. Because the name Flex Plus doesn't give you much. So it is a 3-tool system. It has 3 tools in one. It is an immersion blender, it's a hand mixer, and it's a food processor. Which those are 3 different things that all operate with the same power handle. Okay, so this is a power handle. Here's one thing that I did like a lot about it. It actually comes with batteries. So I don't have to worry about the cable. It comes with 2 batteries that will last you about 30 minutes each. The batteries just snap on to the handle, and this handle will attach to all of the systems. So the handle comes with a power button, and then there's a safety lock. You have to push the safety lock, power button, and then you can control the speed higher or lower on this handle as well. So the immersion blender attaches to that power handle. The same with all the other things. The immersion blender also has a cup and a lid for it, which I love cups with lids. You're going to hear a little bit more about that one too. There's another part of it that does not have a lid that I think it should. So here's the cup for the immersion blender. Next I want to show you the hand mixer, which also attaches with the same system, okay? They all work with the same handle. It attaches to the handle. It has 2 beaters and 2 whisks that go with it. And the food processor also fits with it. Here's a food processor. It has 2 blades, and each of the blades has 2 different sides. Here we go. So the battery can operate with the massive food processor. It has 2 blades that have 2 sides each, and there we go. And this is the chute. And as a whole, all the parts together, the 3 systems, it is retailing at full price at $329. All right, so we did an overview of everything this product has, all the parts, and now we're actually going to talk specifically about each one. We're going to start with the food processor. We're going to go through, we actually went through our fridge and found random stuff to chop and see what we could find. So we learned that at lower speeds, when you have it on the lowest speed, the food seemed to jam. We learned that if you actually have it running before you put the food in, then we didn't have a problem. So that's a good tip to have. When it's at high speed, not a problem. Okay, at high speed, it chops stuff up super fast. So we use the cheese grater, which here you have the grater plate. It is fine on one side and coarse on the other side. So you flip these, and we had no problem flipping them. They were very easy to switch back and forth. But we used the grater for our cheese to test it. And the chute actually was the perfect size for an 8-ounce block of cheese. Using your own fresh cheese is so good. So not getting pre-shredded cheese, wonderful. We also use the coarse grinder. We use that for potatoes. Again, we just searched our fridge to see what we could find to grate there to see what we could use. And the chute was too small for potatoes. So you have to cut the potatoes or cut the cucumbers or cut whatever you're putting in there. If it is too wide, you might have to cut it in half. And they had to make a choice here on what to prioritize, and I think making the chute the exact size for an 8-ounce block of cheese was a great idea because that's what we're going to be using it for the most. Another thing we learned is that it is super easy to clean. Graters are usually a pain to clean, and this one, we just toss it in the dishwasher. So everything cleaned super fast and super easy. For the slicing blades, we were trying to figure out what to do, and this would be great for cucumbers. We had some apples, which we wouldn't normally put inside a slicer. I mean, unless we're making some apple crumbles or apple pie, that could be useful there. But we had the apples on hand, so we tested it on that, and you can see it made very fast use of those apples. Okay, really quick, put the apples in and it just sliced them super fast and very thin too. So the slicing blade, there is actually two sides for it as well. Both blades do. And with the slicing blade, it says do not use the cheese on it. But there is here the thick side and the thin side. So depending on what side you use, you're going to get really thin slices or thick slices, which that is a great idea. And again, just throw them in the dishwasher and they come out very clean. For the multi-use blade, which is the one I have here inside, we actually used it for tomatoes. We put the tomatoes in there and it was very fast. Okay, those tomatoes were gone and they were chopped up really small, perfect for salsa. One thing that we really enjoy is that this bowl is huge. It actually holds 6 cups. So if you're making a good sized batch of salsa, you got that taken care of. This bowl does not come with a lid. So I'm hoping they fix that and come out with a lid with it fairly soon, because after I make a bunch of salsa, I don't always want to transfer it into something else. So if you want a blade container that comes with a lid, this one does not. But a big advantage to all of it is the only thing that is not dishwasher safe is here. If you pull this apart, this part is not dishwasher safe. Everything else, from the bowl to the blades, everything else can go in the dishwasher, which makes cleaning super easy, which I do enjoy things that are easy to clean. Okay, so next I want to talk to you about the Immersion blender. So this one also attaches to the battery, as we've seen before, and it has the plastic cover which protects your pans. If you have pans where you cannot use metal on, you can still use it to blend items inside your pan and not scratch it, which is a great plus. So we used it with fresh strawberries and it was very quick to puree all of that, leaving no chunks behind, very fast and easy. We used it to make fruit leathers because we've learned we really like fruit leathers recently. And then we decided to actually put it for like a test. It does say that you are not supposed to use the Immersion blender with frozen fruit. But we decided to test it with frozen bananas to see if it would actually work, like if it would actually do it. And we have done frozen bananas on our Magic Bullet before, and it always leaves chunks behind. Like it always leaves pieces of bananas that haven't been pureed. This one was actually able to puree every bit of the banana, leaving no pieces behind. It took time and it took work, but it did it. It was actually able to puree every bit of the fruit. Don't do it. You're not supposed to put frozen fruit in there. We just wanted to see how much it could actually work and how much it could actually puree. You're not supposed to run it for more than 1 minute at a time. I don't know if we did that or not. There is a possibility that we went over a minute, but we wanted to see how much it could work, and it actually did a very good job. It pureed everything. And again, cool thing, dishwasher safe. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about the hand mixer. So we have a stand mixer, which we haven't really had a need for a stand mixer. But if you have a smaller kitchen, or if you don't have a stand mixer, if you want something that is easy to store, easy to put away, a good hand mixer is a good solution. So we tested it on the brownie mix. A good thing that we have noticed, so we used the beaters for that, and we noticed that you don't have to keep the safety button pressed for that. So you don't have to take care, like probably because you're not going to cut yourself with the beaters. so it's not the blades. So they eliminated the need to keep the safety button pressed when you are running the hand mixer. We also tried with the whisks, we did egg whites. Because a good use for a hand mixer is to beat egg whites for meringues or icing. And we noticed that it was faster using these beaters than using the stand mixer. Probably because there's two of them and it's a small container, they're close to each other. I don't know the whole science behind it, but using the hand mixer was a lot faster than using the stand mixer. And another thing is it's well balanced. So you're holding it here, you're not getting tired holding it one way or the other. It has a great balance, so it avoids all the tiresome you would have holding it for a long period. Okay, so we got to see all the pieces, we got to see all the parts and see what they all do. So now let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons. So a few of the pros are, it's battery powered. Okay, battery powered is super cool because you don't have to worry about that cord going there. And there are 2 batteries with it, which we weren't able to find another one to compare it with that actually had 2 batteries with it. Another big pro is the single battery system. The same battery can be used on all different things and they all go on that same part. So one battery that operates all different products is very useful. Another thing that we found is all those tools actually work. They actually do what they're supposed to do. I don't foresee us buying any more bagged cheese around here because we really like grating our own cheese, but it's just a pain to grate your own cheese and then wash everything you use. And this has made it very easy. So we plan on buying the 8-ounce blocks of cheese and shredding all of our own cheese now. The Immersion blender, we plan on using that a lot for like large batches of eggs. We go to a shelter where we help provide food and we mix 120 eggs at a time. I'm definitely taking this next time we go because you can beat a lot of eggs and make it super easy. We don't have a blender, so that will help us a lot in that as well. The return policy is another big plus. All right, returns and warranties with Pampered Chef are always a big plus. So the return policy, you don't like something, you return it. They get full refund, no questions asked within 30 days. So you get it, you test it, you don't love it, you can return it. And there's great warranty as well. So a few of the cons we found is, so I get why they do it, the safety lock button. You have to push the safety button and then push the power button within 5 seconds, or you have to start the process again. So that can be a little annoying. I get why they do it, safety, but it can be a little annoying. Another thing is the food processor bowl does not have a lid, which that makes it a little difficult. Not having a lid when you make a bunch of things. Yes, sweetie. When you make it, you want to store it. So I would appreciate it having a lid. Another thing is with the battery, sometimes things can feel a little underpowered. I don't know if it's because I'm just used to an electric stand mixer. I felt it didn't have as much oomph as I was hoping it did. And the cost is another one. It is expensive at full price. So it's something to consider if you are looking for a small appliance, is the cost can be a con. What about the cost? Is it worth it? So we did a price comparison. An Immersion blender, you can get a battery operated one from anywhere from $30 to $100. But we didn't find one with the removable batteries and definitely none that had 2 batteries. So there is that to consider. On the food processor, you can find them, a good comparison runs from $70 to $100, also battery operated. But again, we didn't find them with the 2 batteries. And on the hand mixer, those can run cheaper. And we found several that compare. The price on those go everywhere. But again, none of them had the removable batteries or 2 batteries. So here's the thing. Is it worth to buy at full price? So you can get all 4 of those separate we could probably get all three of them for under $329. So why would you go to Pampered Chef if you can get all three for under $329? If you don't have those and you're buying them, you're going to get different charger for each one and different batteries for each one, which that can be kind of annoying. If you get the one combined, you have the single battery, single charger, all of them running on the same battery. Another advantage to the Pampered Chef one is the return and exchange, the warranty. It is very easy to get stuff returned or exchanged, or if you don't like it or have any problem with it, if you have a good consultant, that makes it very easy. So is it worth it? We already have a stand mixer we really like, and we already have a food processor. So for us, I don't know that we would ever pay full price for it because we don't have the need for all of those because we're not going to be replacing ours. But here's the thing. You don't have to pay full price. If you don't have any of those and you are looking for all three products, then yes, it's worth to buy all three products at that price because of the battery system. But if you don't have a need for all of the three, Pampered Chef frequently has 60% off on anything in the catalog. This product will probably be going on sale fairly soon because they want to advertise. They like people knowing about their new products. And as a host, you can always get it at 50% off. As soon as you host a party, it reaches $200 in sales, you can get it 50% off. So at 50% off, definitely worth it. So here are a few of the pros and cons. I hope you like our video. Make sure you subscribe and follow us so you can get more updates on what's going on.